Hi everybody, big hello to all the kids, and I'm sure I should be giving a big shout out from Hanny, Alana, Stephen and Laura to all the kids as well. Hope they managed to get onto the Hope Point app last weekend and see Kids Church. It was really fun, I really enjoyed it. So okay, being online for me is not something I would normally do, but the pastor asked me, so how could I say no to such a good man? So here I am. So I've thought what I would share is a story from the Old Testament that I read a few weeks ago. It's about a nation in lockdown. It's in 2 Kings chapter 7 verse 24. And we start in the city of Samaria in Israel. There was a great famine. Reason being, they were in lockdown. They're in lockdown because there was a foreign army called the Arameans laying siege by camping outside their city gates. Nobody could go in or out without likely being killed. The famine is so bad, it says a donkey's head is sold for 80 shekels of silver. Now, I don't know how much 80 shekels of silver is. It must be a fair bit for them to mention it. But really, who buys donkeys' heads? Only someone who has no choice of anything else, someone who's desperate. The king of Israel, he's in the city of Samaria, and people are calling out to him for help. And one woman calls out to him, and his reply to her is, if the Lord does not help you, where can I get help? Even the king, who would have had power, riches to help, is absolutely overwhelmed at this time of lockdown. We then go on to read about 4 lepers that live near the gate, and they're saying to each other, if we stay here, we will die. If we go into the city, we will die. So let's go over to the Arameans' camp, the enemy camp, and surrender. If they spare us, we will live. If they kill us, we die. I think that's a pretty high chance. Here we have the worst picture of broken humanity almost possible. 4 lepers in famine, so vulnerable. Sick, starving, secluded, and seriously desperate. Some people would say, like, going to the enemy camp is even bordering on suicidal. Seriously desperate. Anyway, at dusk, they make their way to the enemy's camp. When they get there, the Arameans have gone. The Bible says the Lord caused the Arameans to hear the sound of chariots and horses like a great army was coming for them. They thought the king of Israel and Samaria had gathered other nations to fight for him, and they were coming after them. So they fled. They took off for their lives. They left everything. What a day. The lepers, the 4 lepers get there. They can't understand what's happened yet, and absolutely nobody is around anywhere. They go into one tent, they eat, drink, and carry away clothes, silver and gold, and they go off and hide them. They then go into another tent and do the same. Now this is my key verse today. They say to each other, what we are doing is not right. This is the day of good news, and we are keeping it to ourselves. Let's go at once and report it to the royal palace. Now the royal palace didn't believe these guys at first. The king actually thought it was probably a trap to get everyone out there and attack them and kill them. Not so. God had removed the enemy by a miracle that only he could do. Good news is the miraculous works of God. Good news is hope. Good news is light in the darkness. Good news is to be shared so others can enjoy it too. So my encouragement today is let's not give up hope in our seasons of brokenness, Even though we may be a picture of broken humanity at times, let's look at what God is doing and share his good news. We're in a church where good news is continually shared. Just because we can't go, let's not stop. Let's keep sharing. God bless you all.